So I was originally gonna do this video about the Nintendo Direct that came out yesterday because there was one yesterday, and I had a lot to do for work, so I got home kind of late yesterday. So I looked around, and there's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, right? There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but there's also other stuff, like one other thing I'm gonna go into. So instead of talking about doing a nerd nonsense on the Nintendo Direct, I'm gonna do a nerd nonsense on collective games that came out on the Nintendo Direct. I don't know what that means. But I am Ted. This is Nerd Nonsense, and let's make sense of all this gaming news. So, even though I said I wasn't going to be dedicated to the whole Nintendo Direct, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. I don't know. I'm not editing it. I'm tired. But, so the first big thing they showed off is that Overwatch is coming to Nintendo Switch next month, the 15th, if I remember. This was actually leaked, I think, a week or two ago when Amazon, this Nintendo, it's not a Nintendo company. It's like a place that supports like add-ons for Nintendo. Like they make like the Switch carrying case and controllers and whatnot. They leaked on Amazon a Nintendo Switch carrying case that has an Overwatch symbol on it. Then that was immediately taken down, and then everyone's like, "Oh, dude, it's coming to the Switch." I believed it because I looked into it and then I watched a video about it. Those people are really actually like a legit company, and they messed up on their part, or Amazon messed up on their part. I don't know who did. Who gets in trouble in that situation? Does anyone get in trouble in that? Does someone get fired? I don't know, cause and then if even if they did take it down, the, I think hours or the day before this Nintendo Direct came out, it was leaked that Overwatch was coming to the Switch, and then the Direct came out, and that was the first thing they showed. It looks really cool. I love Overwatch. I'm not gonna get it on the Switch. I already have it on PS4. But it's very exciting to see that they're reaching out. It is a global phenomenon. I will say that. It's like, I mean, I really suck at the game, but no matter how much I suck at it, I will play it. I do love it. And it was showing tilt controls for the controller, like Junkrat uses Riptire or whatever it's called, and he was like, they were showing the switch. You just turn the switch around and whatnot. You can do that for sniping as well. It showed like a little bit of sniping. It looks very cool. You can tell the graphics aren't as great, obviously, because it's a Switch. Chill out. But it's fun for those people who, who want to try it out on the Switch. We're gonna go more into that later into this. I'll try to save the best for last. They also talked about the Dragon Quest game that's coming out soon. I thought it was pretty interesting because it's a definitive edition, so it has like a all the collection, I guess you want to say. Not of Dragon Quest games, but like everything that came out for that specific game. And I thought it was pretty cool because you can play in the standard form, like what they have now, which is like the 3D HD thing, or you can switch into 2D pixel, like the old school RPG game, which is pretty cool. Same game, it's the same game, but you can switch the graphics between it, and I thought that was pretty neat. And you could also, I guess there's like DLC or something that says you could visit old Dragon Quest worlds, which is pretty cool as well. It looks fun. I might pick it up actually. I always wanted to try it. Like I've always seen Dragon Quest games, and I was like, oh look, Dragon Ball Z. But I never tried it. But I gotta get some stuff for the Switch because all I got is Smash Bros. And Pokemon. Well, not even yet. I only have Smash Bros. And Yu-Gi-Oh on this game, and Pokemon. So I guess I'll try it out. But it's pretty interesting as well. And then going on to, let's talk about Pokemon. Excuse me, since I mentioned Pokemon. So they showed a lot of cool things about Pokemon. The customization, it's it's a step up from a mini step up from the customization we had. I see that we can have braids now. I can finally put braids in my hair because if you don't know, I have a braid. But I can't wait to do that. The clothes look good. I'm not gonna lie. It's trendy. I mean, I can see myself buying some of that clothes on the game. Another cool thing they showed was Pokemon Camp. It was pretty neat. You can camp anywhere in the game that lets you. I mean, it said anywhere in the game, but I don't know if I could just go up to like a main town and just throw up a tent. And when you camp, you can play with your Pokemon. You can just sit there and like play with your Pokemon, raise their friendship level. And they also have a cooking part where it's not like how you make Pokeblocks in the old games, but it's like you can actually pick something to cook. You actually have to like stir the pot, chop things and whatnot. And I don't know what it does to the Pokemon, because usually they have stats like some Final Fantasy 15 stuff, so they have stats to it. I'm not sure what it does, but it's pretty interesting that they're doing that. And you can camp in in the open area, the wild area, whatever it's called. And with that, when you do that, when you're online, you can actually go visit other people who are online on your friends list, I'm guessing, and visit their camp and see their Pokemon and play with theirs. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was really neat, doing the more online thing, seeing other people's Pokemon in camps and whatnot. So that's pretty neat. Um. Oh, so that cake Pokemon, I forgot. The whipped cream Pokemon. I don't remember its name. I'm not gonna go for my phone because that's already too much. There's a whipped cream Pokemon I talked about. It turns into, like, when they get Gigantamaxes, it turns into a big old cake. Supposedly, when they get Gigantamaxes into that big old cake, it had like a bunch of different, like, what do you want to call it, like frosting things on it, like sprinkles, right? So I didn't pay no mind to it. I just thought it's a big cake. Of course, it's gonna have all that. Supposedly, that was like a little Easter egg that this Pokemon's gonna have multiple forms. You know how Vivillon, that butterfruit, the butterfly Pokemon from, I don't know what gen it was, and you can collect its different wing patterns. It's sort of like that, but with the cream. So there's a bunch of different colors. There's like a mint one, there's a candy cane one, there's a blue one. There's a bunch of different colors. I don't know if this is gonna be like the new Vivillon, but that's pretty cool. I like that. The mint green one looks really nice. And with that, when they showed the Pokemon stuff, when they started, they showed like different sceneries of like places we haven't seen or we have seen. There's one thing, I seen it on A Drive's video. I say I'm gonna tag all these people to do it, and I wanted to speak on it in my half because it was really neat. I didn't see it whatsoever. I actually didn't see anything because I was at work. So whatever I seen was like a brief glimpse of it because I couldn't wait to get home. But there's one scene where they show like a port with a bunch of ships, and if you actually pause that screen and look at all the way to the right, there's these two statues, and someone's seen it and screenshot it and said, "Oh, these Pokemon," and they zoomed in, and they outlined it, and looks like a Pokemon. I don't know what Pokemon it is. It's not one that I've seen before. So I'm kind of excited. It sort of has like the hat to Miss Magius, but it has like a body of it has claws and it has like long arms, has claws, and it has like feet with talons on it. Like, not talons, but like nails, obviously, like a monster. There's one behind it. They didn't outline that one, but the best outlined one is the one I just mentioned. So don't know what kind of Pokemon they are, but they look scary. I don't know why they'd be at a port. But yeah, they're pretty interesting. Can't wait to see what those are. What else did they mention? I guess we can get right into the new Pokemon, Polteageist. Polteageist. Funny thing about Polteageist. Polteageist is a ghost Pokemon, and supposedly it haunted teacups and pots and stuff like that at hotels. It's like a nuisance Pokemon because it's always roaming around. But if you train it and befriend it and whatnot, it supposedly lets you drink its tea. That part's kind of weird because it says that Pokemon is made out of tea. So a ghost possessed tea that possessed a teapot, and that ghost is tea. Polteageist, not poltergeist, TEA is in it, Polteageist. So when it lets you drink some of its tea, you're just drinking like a dead ghost or something. I don't know how you want to take that, but anyways, in some cultures that's probably very nice. But funny thing about Polteageist is that, well, there's two things. One, start with the old one. There was last time they had a direct or something where they showed Pokemon. The commissioner, he threw a Pokeball in the air and a Pokemon came out, and it looked like an elephant, like a teacup elephant. A lot of people are saying that this Pokemon is that. Shout out to A Drive as well. I didn't, when I seen it and heard about it, I didn't believe it either. A Drive doesn't believe this is the same Pokemon because it looks like an elephant in the old direct. You can see the trunk and the ears and whatnot. And this one, you can only, I'm guessing people are just seeing like the teapot nozzle where it looks like a trunk, but it's just a nozzle. If you compare side by side, they're not the same Pokemon. I'm really hoping it's not the same Pokemon, and they just change the design later. I hope it's not like that case. I'm hoping we do get another Pokemon to go with it, which is like an elephant or whatnot. And the second thing that's funny about this, so I seen this on Reddit that in 2014, this guy went on Reddit, or I don't know, 4chan or something. He was talking about Pokemon ideas, about Fakemons. If you don't know Fakemon, it's a fake Pokemon that people draw. You can see it on Pokemon Showdown as well. There was a Fakemon, right? and this guy was talking about what about a ghost that possessed teacups or something. He said like some other obnoxious name, and then he said Poltergeist. He was like, "You think that'll work?" And it says 2014. I don't know if this is fake, but it said 2014, and the guy on Reddit said, was this a leak?" It's pretty funny. I don't know if it was edited or nothing. I just laughed at it because I was like, dude, that's so weird that if it is true, some guy just made up a fake Emon and said, basically described the Pokemon that was just announced yesterday, and that it called it, his name was Poltegeist, and in 2014 some guy did the same description and idea and named it Poltegeist, and now Nintendo's here with Poltegeist. So that's a pretty funny story. But yeah, I don't think it's the elephant Pokemon that we've seen or elephant shaped Pokemon we've seen earlier in another director Pokemon Sword and Shield thing. I think it's two different Pokemon. And going on to the second Pokemon, which I think is adorable. I don't know his name. Hold on, let me check his name. Cramorant. His name is Cramorant. He's a flying and water type Pokemon, and supposedly he really likes to eat. And the thing which is so cool about it is that this is also a leak is itself in Pokemon itself as well, because they mentioned the Pokemon in a leak on 4chan or something, or a rumor. I keep saying leaks like it's actually confirmed. It's not, but this rumor slash leak, it talked about a Pelican Pokemon who dived into water and it came up with fish or sometimes a random Pikachu. Well, this one sort of fits the bill. It's not a Pelican from what I've seen yet. I don't know if it evolves, but Cramorant, or what did I say his name was? Yeah. I'm watching direct, so let me turn it down so I won't get fucking, copyrighted. Cramorant, yeah. So Cramorant, it doesn't look like a pelican. Yeah, it looks like a dodo bird. Its face looks like that. My cousin said it looks like the that bird from Up. That's what it looks like. But it's a flying and water type Pokemon, and when it uses Surf, it's unique because when it uses Surf, it usually with the animation for Surf is like a wave will come up, but this Pokemon actually dives in the wave. And when it comes up, I don't know if it said that it had like a random chance or it actually had a guaranteed chance. When it dives with using Surf, it comes up and has a fish in its mouth. And with that is I can't speak. It's its ability. I already forgot the name of the ability, but it scoops up a fish in its mouth, and then if you attack the Pokemon, it spits the fish back out you, dealing more damage to you. So it's like a counter, but it doesn't do like super. I don't think it's based off power, but I thought that was pretty cool. That why can't I say it? That it's that ability? Whatever. It's its ability. It's pretty unique. It's not in any other Pokemon game. Oh my god, I just had a stroke on this video. I don't want to go back and edit it. But it's pretty cool. I like the two new Pokemon. A lot of people are upset because we're not getting a lot of new Pokemon leaks. We're getting like two every other, direct or thing. But this is what I hate about the Pokemon community. They cry about that and get upset. But when Sun and Moon was first showing, by this time, or even earlier, we knew everything about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Everything. We knew the story, we knew the plot, we knew all the Pokemon, we knew all the Alolan. And a lot of people were mad when the game came out. Like, wow, there's nothing really hidden in this game. So now, since Sun and Moon was so like critical to people, then when they made Sword and Shield, they're barely releasing any information and letting your mind wonder, like, oh, what's all the new Pokemon? I'm guessing people are getting mad because they're not seeing a lot of new Pokemon, but they're just trying to show you that they're listening to their fan base, and a lot of people didn't like everything being shown. So here you go. It's not being shown. There's 2 months left, and if you don't get to see all the new Pokemon, well, play the game and find out yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly excited. It looks great. And I think, is there any other Pokemon news that I forgot? Let me look at my checklist. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, two Pokemon. It's very interesting. And to be fair, that this whole direct was actually in one of these Pokemon leaks. That they said that on the 4th or 5th there will be a Pokemon direct. Yeah, there will be a Pokemon direct, and that it will be leaked about some new news about Pokemon. So pretty interesting with that. I can't wait. So with that, we'll talk about another new game that's coming to soon is The Witcher. Witcher's coming here to the Switch pretty soon. I think it said next month or two. One of the two. Witcher Definitive Edition's coming. So they showed an Animal Crossing trailer at the end. of the direct, where you're on a deserted island. Um, I I told like I tell people I'm not a big Animal Crossing fan. You know, it never intrigued me. You know what I mean? You know, if I wanted to do something, play Minecraft. But I watched this trailer for this desert island. I don't know if it's like an event or DLC or something, or if that's the game itself. I don't know. I really like that. Shows you how much I know about Animal Crossing. But it shows your character starting on the deserted island, and it shows you, you know, building up. You partner up with the company Nook, and Nook gives you a phone. It's like, here, make a world. So it just shows you basically making a camp, cutting trees down, you know, just building your own survival area. And it's so beautiful because it showed that the time the seasons change. It can be sunny, it can be cloudy, it can be rainy, it can be stormy, it can be windy, dark, night, you know, all that cool stuff, which is really amazing. But what I thought was pretty cool is that 4 people can live up on your server at a time. So if I wanted to play with Josh and Manuel, if they ever play Animal Crossing, I mean, we might as well play Minecraft. But if we wanted to do that, we could actually live on a deserted island together, and we could build a community and whatnot, which is pretty cool. But like I said, if I wanted to do that, I'll play Minecraft or something. I don't even play Minecraft. But I'm just saying that to show you that this game interests me, even though I have all these other options. This game actually caught my attention. It was really cool. My biggest question is to anyone who's watching this Animal Crossing fan. So in the video, it showed him shaking trees down from branches, and then he made an axe. And you get a Nook phone, and it's like has a bunch of apps you can use. So there's a crafting tool on there, and he showed him making an axe. So when he made an axe, he went to the tree and he was cutting the tree, and chunks of the tree came out, but the tree still stood. The tree didn't fall. My question is, how come when he brought out a shovel, he dug the tree and the tree fell and he replanted it somewhere else? How? I don't get it. The axe doesn't cut down the tree, but the shovel could just pick up the whole tree. I guess that's in game. I guess I don't know much about it, like I told you, but it interests me a lot. So you know that's cool. They showed out a little bit of new Link Awakening, the new Link game coming out. They showed that there's some like Mario Easter eggs. There's Bowser's in there, and there's like Kirby's in there. I guess Kirby's always been in there. I think that's like an Easter egg in itself as well. I remember the old school games. Speaking of old school games, so that's enough. That's basically about Link's Awakening, showing off worlds. Old school games. Super Nintendo is coming out with some online things, online games that are coming for the SNES online thing. I guess that's what it's called. I'm not gonna lie, fuck all the bullshit. Yoshi's Island's on there and Super Mario World. I'm sold on that. Yoshi's Island was my shit. I cried when I beat that game when I was a little kid. I remember. I'll tell you the story right now. I beat the game with my mom, and I started crying. She didn't know why I was crying. My dad came home. My dad's like, "Why are you crying?" I was just so happy I beat that game. That was the first game I ever beat. If it wasn't Yoshi's Island, I probably wouldn't be here making videos about video games. I'm not gonna lie. Well, Pokemon probably would. Honestly, no. I think it just is Yoshi's Island. I fucking love Yoshi's Island. I can't wait to play it. There's a lot of other games on there that I really don't care about. I'm not gonna lie, but you probably care about it. If you want to see, there's a huge lineup of games on there coming soon. Only if you have online for the Switch. I definitely check it out. If you haven't played Yoshi's Island, if you're like 10 listening to this video, go play Yoshi's Island. And if you like Yoshi's Island, go buy the new ones for the Switch. Because I haven't done it yet, and I should, and it's good. So, based on that, check that out. Also, there was something else. Link. I was talking about Link and it popped in my head and I forgot. I think that's it. Link Awakening. Xenoblade Chronicle got a definitive edition. I don't play that game either. I just know Shulk's in Smash. If you love Xenoblade Chronicles, definitive edition's coming soon. You know, check that out. I'm not saying I'm not hating on it. I'm just not my cup of tea for that. But it does look great. All these games that I say I don't really mess with, they still that should show you how good the game looks. Like I don't play it, it's not my kind of game, but it looks very amazing and it interests me, and I might pick it up later down the line. So that's how good these games look on the Switch and how fun they are, because they really turn in my head like, wait, this was out a long time ago. I could have played this. Actually, I couldn't have because I didn't have a Wii U. Anyways, different kind of nerd nonsense going into my my life of gaming. But so save the best for last. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry, but this is what I wanted to talk about. Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. News. All right, Banjo came out yesterday. I flipped my lid. I played him all night till like probably 1 or 2 in the morning. I don't care. I love it. Banjo's amazing. I'm still getting good. I'm trying to get used to them. I told you all if Banjo came out in Smash, I'm playing them on. I'm playing nonstop. I'm gonna practice every day to be the best Banjo player. The music on there, oh my god! They only showed. Excuse me, I almost died. When they showed the trailer for Banjo and Kazooie and Smash, they only showed one song. And oh yeah, I could talk about that as well. They only showed one song, but in the direct when Sakurai talked about Banjo and Kazooie, he said all the music on this and the character and the stage, he was like it's such a great deal. It's for all that's on there, and he was like, I'm very grateful that I can give that to you guys. It's so different. Like Sakurai, like I mean I'm pretty sure a bunch of other game developers, but when he talks about Smash Bros, like I don't know, I just feel like he's just so happy. I'm pretty sure people who release their games and you hear devs talk about their games. Shout out to fucking Apex who talk about their games and call people bad names and shit. But when you see developers and creators talk about their games, that I'm sure they're happy. But I don't know. I just feel like, cause Sakurai's like, dude, I'm that fucking dude. I got you, Cloud. I got you, fucking Joker. I fucking love my game. That's how I feel when he talks. So he's just like, with all the music, because they redid all the music for Banjo Kazooie just like they do all the games. They actually got the original song composer for Banjo Kazooie to come back and do all the music, and all the music on there. He's like, with all the remix music that we give you guys on the with the Banjo character and the stage. He was like, $5.99 is a great deal. He's like, I'm so happy I could bring that to you guys. We're so grateful. Like he bowed and everything. He's like, we are so grateful that we can give you that. And so I paused the direct and I went on the game. The music is fucking beautiful, bro. It's so fucking beautiful. I'm so glad I'm past the minute mark where I can cuss. It's so fucking beautiful, bro. I sat there and listened to every single one of them. It's just so amazing. But Sakurai did say when he released Hero that was going to be the last time that he did like an animation for a reveal of a character. He said that he felt like that was like too much money invested for like a few minutes to show off a character. So when he showed off Hero later in like a live stream, a live screen. Can I talk? Can I talk to you guys? Can I speak to you guys in English? When he showed Hero off in a live stream type scenery, he said that was more enjoyable because he actually got to play. He got to actually show you off the move sets and explain a lot of things. Like streaming is. So he said he's gonna do that more often, and that's what he did with Banjo. But before the music and everything, they talked about how who is Banjo Kazooie, and they said that he was from the Nintendo 64. It was a game like Super Mario 64 that it came out and that it had 3 games. One game wasn't released in Japan, and that was the Game Boy Advance game, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. There was one for Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for the Xbox. And he did mention that he was like, the IP for Banjo-Kazooie is owned by Microsoft, which is a rival gaming company. He was like, but we are so grateful that they actually let us use Banjo. He said Microsoft said that they were super excited to let them use Banjo and Smash, and that they were really grateful for it. And he said that Rare came with open arms to them, but then my heart and my hopes and dreams were shut down instantly because right after that he said he showed up a picture of the old Banjo-Kazooie, and he said, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie, you could play it on the Xbox right now. And then his crew or whatever in the background was laughing really loud. And I know why they're laughing, because I'm pretty sure Microsoft's like, no, you can't release Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. You can keep Nuts and Bolts, I don't want that. But I'm pretty sure they said that they weren't going to let us have it for the Switch. So he said, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie and relive what everyone else lived, you can go play that now on the Xbox. And everyone was laughing in the background. He was like, I know this is a Nintendo Direct, but and we're talking about a lot of Xbox stuff, but we are that grateful. We will plug them, basically, is what you're saying, and be thankful. So my dreams of playing Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch are done. Maybe I'll just buy a fucking Xbox 360 and buy the fucking just that and just have that. It'll be like a paperweight and a Banjo-Kazooie gaming console for me. But I don't know. But That kind of sucks that that was deconfirmed, I guess, because I wouldn't know why they'll say it like that and not be deconfirmed. Maybe later down the line. They did mention that they are a rival company, but they are like buddy buddy because Xbox helped them, Nintendo's helping them. Like free publicity for their game. I don't know if it's free. Is it free? I don't know. Saying buy Banjo Kazooie and Xbox Play Pass or whatever now if you want to enjoy it. It kind of sucks, but that's how it is. At least I can play Banjo and Smash. I mean, I can't be that sad. If I really wanted to, I could bust out my Nintendo 64 and play Banjo Kazooie and Tooie right now. So yeah, give it to the man. but what I really wanted to talk about Smash Bros. Related is that I know I said that the direct started off with the Overwatch thing, and it did. It started off with the Overwatch thing, but they released and showed us the fourth DLC character for the Smash Bros. And it is Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury, which is so amazing. This was actually leaked by Nintendo themselves on the Fighters Pass for Smash Bros. It said that coming soon DLC character for, and then on the bottom it said copyrighted by SNK. A lot of people were speculating that it was Ryu from Ninja Gaiden. There was a lot of other speculations. I honestly didn't know SNK did Fatal Fury. Last time I played Fatal Fury was at my local laundromat when I was about 10. So there's that. I know who he is. But they showed off a little trailer for like an 8-bit form. They showed the timeline of all the consoles, and it went to the Super. I think it was a Super Nintendo, I think, and then it slided to the Neo Geo, and then it showed all the characters from Fatal Fury try to catch the invite. They all failed, and then it landed in front of Terry. Terry picked it up, and he was in 8-bit form, and then it fucking evolved into like 1080p 3D model of Terry. Terry brings the Fury. I can't wait for it. It's super exciting. Um, a lot of people were speculating. What's her name? Tracer to be a character since they announced Overwatch. I mean, it could happen because right after they announced Terry, they were like, well, there's only one Battle Pass character left. I mean, what more can we offer, right? And then they're like, psych! Bitch, we got you! New DLC characters are in development right now that are not going to be on this battle or this fighter pass coming out later. We're bringing the heat. We're getting that money. Let's get it. So I'm super excited. That's something I predicted in the last time we talked about Smash Bros. On Nerds Make Sense. I think it was me and Manuel. I don't know, but I was pretty adamant that there wasn't going to be no Smash. This wasn't going to be the only DLC pass. This wasn't going to be the only characters we'll get. Sakurai is a genius in what he does, and I'm still hoping that I'm looking at the poster right now that Sora could be in the game, Monster Hunter be in the game. I know 10 the sword fighters. You don't like sword fighters? Shut up! I told you after Banjo I didn't care. They could put sword after sword after sword. As long as I have Banjo, I'm good. Give me Sora, I'm even better. um, an Overwatch character maybe. They just announced. Well, they didn't just announce. It was announced, but they're saying that The Witcher Definitive Edition is coming to the Switch. It could be the guy from The Witcher. I don't know his name. He could be a character as well. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but anything they do is I'm pretty sure it's exciting. It's been heat after heat after heat. So they still have a lot of stuff. A lot of things that were deconfirmed. I think I already talked about it. I'm not sure because I had a good. Undertale was deconfirmed because it's not deconfirmed. They have that Sans, like I said, they have the Sans Mii Fighter skin. A lot of people wanted him. A lot of people want Chantel. A lot of people want Chantel actually also got a game, not a game, but a remastered of her game for the Switch as well. She could be a character. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be excited for it as long as it's heat, not something trash. Like I said, still hoping for Sora. With that, Terry comes out. It said it was in development, but then they slapped November 2019, so only 2 months until we get him. I don't know when. I don't know if we're gonna get when he gets released. I don't know if we're gonna get the announcement for the final character.
It's gonna have to top all the other ones because it's the last one. You know what I mean? So Joker was like the peak, and then it went from Joker to Hero, and then it went straight to Banjo, and now Terry. So I don't know what they can do. Sakurai is just a genius. I don't know what he can do. Like I'm just dumbfounded about everything he's done. But he will find a way and he'll do it. But that's about it with all the stuff. The Smash Bros is what I really want to talk about. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I talked about all the Nintendo Direct thing, even though I said I didn't want this to be a Nintendo Direct thing. I guess I could throw something that's not Nintendo Direct. If you're an anime lover, Fairy Tail is getting a game for PS4. The anime is ending. Manga is pretty much over, I think, and it's finally getting its first game on PS4. That's to be a fighting RPG. If you don't know Fairy Tail is just like Naruto. Instead of a village, it has a guild, a bunch of riffraff people who are like looked down upon, but are super strong. They go on missions. They do missions, and then stuff happens, and they have to fight and beat people up. There's a lot of boobs being shown, not full nudity, but like it's like one of those kind of animes. But the fights are great, characters are cool. If they actually do from beginning to end, like like Naruto, then you're in for like a long time. Especially since if it's an RPG, that anime is really long. So if it's an RPG and it's open world, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be even longer. Super excited for that. Been waiting for a game like that for a while. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So super excited. So there you go. Now it's not a Nintendo Direct only video. So eat that, viewer. But yeah, super excited for everything that's coming out. I mentioned highlighted the big important things, even some little things that I didn't even need to mention, but I did. Leave a comment. What's your favorite thing from the direct, or what game are you excited for? What character you think is the last character for the Fighter Pass on Smash Bros? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the views. And be kind, love one another, and always remember, this is Ted, and I love you 3000, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.